We're back out fishing. We're fishing a lake I've never ever fished before. It's somewhere I've wanted to try for years. It's been on my radar, on my list, on my bucket list to fish this place, and we're at RH Fisheries Monument, fishing on Monument 2. We're in Peg 4 as well. It was a last minute decision to come here. I was checking, I was going to go to Norton Disney, then I saw that Billy's and Pettit's, they were closing on the Friday for 48 hours for a social, and I thought, oh, that's going to make Norton quite busy. And tell you the truth, I wanted to fish Billy's as well. I wanted to try the deeper areas on there. It's been a while since I've had a go on Billy's, so I thought, right, what am I going to do? Went on RH Fisheries website, had a look, saw Peg 4 was free, 4 and 5, and like got the Google Earth up, so checked which way the wind direction was going, and it was pushing right into this corner this way. So I thought Peg 4 or 5, and dad between the two. I thought Peg 4 is a great option, especially seeing as Peg 5 is also free, so I've got quite a bit of water in front of me there, and also I've got a lovely margin down there, so I am mega optimistic this session. I'm doing my usual tactics. I'm fishing one on a fluoro D rig, and you've got to use RH Fisheries own bait. You can use your own hook bait, but for your free offerings you've got to use their bait, the bait they supply in the shop. And when I was in the shop I saw these, and they're tutti frutti, and I thought, oh, what a winter bait. That's tutti frutti has been a really good bait for me, but I've not used it for a long time. It was a good bait years ago, but I ain't used it for donkeys. So saw these in the shop, bit of a impulse buy, I'll say, but yeah, I thought I'll try them on one rod. They're on the fluoro D rig, one of them wafters, look proper bright. Put a little mesh bag on as well with a couple of free offerings in the mesh bag. Cast that out, found a lovely spot at 12 wraps. I'll show you them spots in a minute, but yeah, I'm super optimistic. I thought I'll stick with the tutti fruities, their bait, on one rod, and that's on the fluoro D rig, and on the other rod I'm fishing a solid bag, and I'm going to use my own hook baits on that. I'm currently fishing a Northern Special, one of the fluoro yellow ones. So yeah, what I'll do, I'll spin that camera around and show you where I've got them rods. So you're only allowed to fish 2 rods here, and that right hand rod, I found a lovely spot towards that peg there. Oh, it's gone blurry, sorry. That was to that tree there at 11.1. Lovely spot there, put a rod on that, and then after about half an hour the lad in the next swim, he was casting out, and he's fishing about 2 rod lengths off where my rod was, so I wasn't happy with that. So I got the leading rod out, had another feel around, another check, and see them trees across there, that left one there, that's at 12 wraps, pulling the Corda Pro blade back, and it's tap. So yeah, 12 wraps, lovely spot there, and I've already seen a fish bosh straight over the spot. So yeah, I'm super confident. I say that wind, it's pushing this way the whole trip, the whole 36 hours. So I thought this has got to be a good option. Now the left rod there, I've just waded out just to there, and I've flicked a solid bag in that corner at 7.2, so it's not tight in the corner, and it's sort of in line with that tree there. So yeah, I'm super confident with that one. I've not put any bait out on that one. I don't know what to do yet. I might just fire a little bit of pellet over it, but yeah, it's looking good. There's fish about, so a few people have got the spod rod out and they're spodding, but for me, I'm going to stick with my usual tactics. Just now and again get the catapult out, because I can hit 12 wraps with that catapult comfortably. Just get that catapult out, a few boilies every couple of hours, not many, 6, 7, 8 boilies, that's it. Every few hours till it gets dark, which is like 5 o'clock now. So yeah, I'm not going to be putting much bait out and just sort of feel my way into it. So I don't want to go mad, and I just don't think spodding's going to be the one. If everyone's spodding, do something different, and you never know, might pay off. Might bite me in the butt, and them lads that are spodding are the ones that catch plenty of fish, but you never know. Just try to do something different. Say different, that's been my tactic the last few trips, but it's paying off, it's working. I keep sneaking them out, and yeah, touch wood, I can do that this session. But yeah, so far I'm liking the look of the place. This is about, what is it, 10 acres, 650 fish in here. 650, that's a lot of fish, and there's some absolute units as well. Swim's quite nice, peg's quite nice. Nice gravel. You've got to put your bivvy on the gravel as well. You're not allowed to put it on the grass banks, but yeah, there's enough room. We're fishing comfortably. You're well secure as well. So this is peg 4. And there's a nice track all the way down to the car park, which is right in that far corner over there. But yeah, I can't believe how active the fish are as well. So one right over the spot. I've seen a few show in that corner, and I think that bank down there, so that's peg 5 straight across there, that's empty, it's not booked, there's no one fishing that. So I'm getting a good bit of water. That's the beauty of leaving it 24 hours before I actually made my booking and committed. Well, it's probably less than 24 hours actually, it was like 16 hours I'll say, and I was like, yeah, I'm going, booked. Wind's pushing into this corner, it's got to be a good option. So yeah, right, I'm gonna stop waffling and keep watching the water, lay on that bed. Might have well, I say keep watching the water, I could do with a bit of a power nap if I'm honest, because I was up at 3, out the house half an hour later. 3:30, that's way too early to go fishing, but start time here is 6:30, so yeah, you've got to do it, you've got to be in it to win it. And yeah, it's let's see if it's worth it. All that effort equals reward, and let's hope it does. But this time of year, when it's cold, it's always tricky. Right, I'm gonna chill out, lay on that bed, watch the water, and probably have a 10-minute power nap. Catch you soon. One thing that's pretty good, they provide the landing net, weight sling and mat. So yeah, that's a bonus. You don't have to mess about bringing them this time of year, which is a really nice touch, especially sort of autumn, winter, because you never get your slings, mats, nets dry, do you? So you're always bringing wet gear home in your van or car or whatever. But yeah, I like that. I wish more places would do it, and it's better for biosecurity, fish safety. It's a lot better. But look at that. See, they're out here, they're down this end. I think there's only one person fishing on that left bank, and there's either 4 or 3 swims. Now the 3 of them, if there's 4, 3 of them are definitely booked, but I don't think they've turned up yet. So yeah, I think with it being quieter down this end, and say peg 5 being empty, wind pushing in here, I'm talking it up too much. I'm in with a good shout, I really am. So yeah, gonna keep watching that water, and hopefully something happens soon. Tell you what, I've brought me Fortis wellies. Where there, look. Because it's that sort of time of year, isn't it, where it's cold and wet. Oh, sorry about that one, a bit blurry. But I can't sort of be in wellies the whole trip because that's just a pain. And I don't half suffer with cold feet, me. Really, really bad. As soon as sort of winter comes, all winter, really, really cold feet. I know it's, people say it's circulation, but they've been like it since I was a kid, and I was always very active, and they've always been the same. Always suffered with really, really cold feet. If anyone knows of any really decent fishing socks, or any socks that are really good for keeping your feet warm, please put some comments below, guys. I could really do with something. I tried some Corda ones, can't remember the name. Oh, it was years ago. There was camo ones, and they were no good at all. I think they were like more waterproof than anything, but yeah, my feet were still freezing in them. So yeah, please put some comments below if someone can recommend some really, really good socks that keep your feet warm in winter. But yeah, a bit random that one. But yeah, I'd appreciate that, guys. Look at that, look at that. It's looking good. It's really still. It's not dead cold at the moment, but it will be at come 5 o'clock, that's for sure. See someone else spotting out there as well. They're all at it. I'm going to stick with catapult throwing stick the whole trip, not getting the spot out. Going to be different. We've got 36 hours, first ever session on here. But I've done the May when that first opened. I think it'd been open about 3 weeks. I did a session on there. I think it was 3 days, which was all right. Me and my pal did it. Sneaked one fish out a piece. So yeah. But right, I'm gonna stop banging on, get something to eat, chill out, and hopefully report back soon with a fish. So this is the rig I'm using this session on Monument, or should I say one of the rigs, Fluoro D rig, on a running lead clip. That's the Corda one, about 12 inches of tubing, and a little tiny blob of putty at the top there, and that's it. Nothing fancy at all. So the other one is a solid bag, and all I'm doing as well is just putting 2 boilies in a little funnel web PVA bag, wrapping that around there like so, and then just pinging that out. Another thing I'm doing though is, you'll see, I have got the baits, the catapult ready to go. So the minute I ping this out, the minute it hits the water, keep my eye on where the rig's landed, then I'm firing so 6 or 8 baits around it, that's all. So yeah, that's it. Right, let's get this out and hopefully sneak one of these lovely fish. And that's it. Right, that's going to stay out there now. It's what? It's 12 o'clock now. That's back out there. That's going to stay put till tomorrow morning, or until something happens, till I get an occurrence, or unless I see something to act on. But yeah, so there you go. Let's see, fingers crossed we can sneak one out on that, or the other one, or the solid bag, who cares. Right, gonna get the kettle on, chill out, keep watching that water. What I've certainly noticed, what's happened today is, obviously nobody's been fishing this lake for the last 24 hours, so they tend to sort of do, I think it's a Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday sessions, all 36-hour sessions. Now, when we turned up, there was lots of shows all over, and everybody's turned up, set to it with spod rods, spodding bait out, and them shows have got less and less and less. And the last 2 hours sat here watching the water, I've just seen a show last sort of 30 seconds, and apart from that, in the last 2 hours I've seen nothing. So I think that angling pressure, them fish, it's certainly switched them off. They was behaving naturally, because no one was on, no lines were on, no one was fishing, and now they know they're being fished for. So yeah, I was super confident there was that many shows early doors, that much activity. I thought it's you know, if they're in front of you, you're in with a good shout. But yeah, it certainly died off, and that's the angling pressure for you. So that show I've seen not so long ago was more across the other side, but straight in line with me. So yeah, I'm still in with a good shout, don't get me wrong. That wind is pushing right to left into my corner. I've got my bag down there, I've got my rod out straight out in front, so I do think this is the best end to be, as opposed to being in the opposite corner. Now there you go. I'm not sure if you saw that. That wasn't a million miles away from my spot. Another 3 rod lengths left. And yeah. So I'll shut up, I'm talking shite. Because they're starting showing right now, which is weird. Which is where it's been dead quiet, and then 5 minutes, 2 shows. And yeah, they're getting closer. Come on. I've got me temperature gauge in there, and that is 13 degrees, so it's still absolutely lovely. But yeah, still good temperature for catching carp. When it's above them double figures, it's game on. One thing I didn't add, turning up here, I actually followed my sat nav, and I was about 1 minute away, 2 minutes away from the lake, and the sat nav took me onto an industrial estate, which is just at the side of us there, and there's 2 roads, sort of splits off into a fork, and my sat nav took me left, and he ended up in an industrial estate. This ain't right. So I ended up sort of sticking in Google Maps and found it that way. But what I'll do, I'll stick a what 3 words overlay on this, so I find that I use that with work, and you know, with things, and I really like what 3 words, it's so handy. So I'll drop that on and say next time, if you come in and you've watched this, you can stick that in, and it'll bring you straight to the gate. I did the what 3 words literally while I was parked at the main gate, so yeah, that won't take you wrong, that. But right, I'm going to stop waffling, because you never know. I'm sitting on my hands waiting for them rods to rip off, and I've got curry and rice for tea tonight, so chicken curry, and get that on shortly actually. It'll be dark in another sort of hour or two. So yes, right, stop banging on, catch up with you soon, hopefully with a fish. Look at that out there, it's looking glorious. Coming to the end of the first day. It's 20 to 5 now. Another 30 minutes, it's going to be pitch black. Joys of fishing this time of year, hey? But yeah, it's looking good out there. Seeing the odd fish show as well, so I'm quietly optimistic that one of them rods goes ripping off. But yeah, right, I'm not going to do any more filming tonight unless I actually catch something. Failing that, I'll catch back up with you in the morning. Fingers crossed for a whacker in the night. So it's 8 o'clock in the morning. I've not had one single bleep all night, or in fact since I've been here. So yeah, it's certainly not panned out as I anticipated. Yesterday, loads of fish showing, super confident, and yeah, it's I'm certainly struggling, that's for sure. I spoke to the lad in the swim just to the right of me, he peg 3. Richard, and he said that only one fish has been out. So yeah, it's not fishing its head off, and I think there's about 10-11 of us on, so yeah, it's not fishing great. And yeah, him saying there's only one fish being out sounds about right to me, because I've not seen anyone sort of playing fish or anything. I've got eyes on a few people. I have enjoyed this session. I do feel I would come back to this lake. Might like to try it in the height of summer. Probably do an extended session as well. I think you can do 36 hours. You're allowed to stay after that for the next day, but you've got to reel your rods in, give them into the shop, then you can do another 36 hours. So I'd like to do two 36 hours back-to-back sessions. So yeah, I'd like to do that. I do think I would be very selective on the pegs I chose, because I feel that, you know, I've been fortunate that no one's in peg 5, so it's given me more water. But I imagine when this is full, it's a bit tight, as in how much water you actually get in front of you. But that's the reality of a lot of day tickets, you know. I feel there's times I fish kingfisher at Bluebell where I think you're casting out on one bank where the dam is. You've got wraps up to, let's say you've got 8 wraps, 10 wraps, something like that. It's not far, and you're casting out, and then people on the long bank, they've got 20 wraps, they're casting out, and they're led to landing straight in front of you. So it's the reality of day tickets. Unfortunately, they try and cram as many anglers in as they can to maximise the revenue, don't they? So, but yeah, I think, like I say, I would come back height of summer, and I will try and come back next year height of summer, but be selective on them pegs. I like the look of, let me see if I can straight across there. Now I think that is peg 11. That looks like it commands a good bit of water. So yeah, I'd sort of go for them. The middle pegs on sort of this bank or the opposite bank, I feel are the best option, just to give you that bit more, and just to let you enable you to cast out into the middle. Summertime it'll be the right time to get the spot out, put a lot of bait out, and then, you know, keep topping it up nice and regular, little and often. And I feel that you could get a big hit of fish, because there's a lot in here, and when they're having it height of summer, you'd be in with a good shout. But yeah, overall it's a good place. I mean, I've enjoyed it, it's been nice, and I mean, you know, check that out. You've even got electric at the back of the swim, and winter time you could bring a heater with you, like nice little electric heater, plug that in, and yeah, you could fish very comfortably. And it is, the pegs are proper clean as well, so you ain't got that problem of having mud all over your gear. And say nets, sling, they're all provided. So yeah, you could fish winter comfortably and safe in the knowledge that you're not getting all your gear dirty, and all you'd have to deal with is getting your bivy and getting that dry. Really, everything else will be kept nice and toasty, warm and clean. So yeah, it's got a lot of pluses. Overall, it has been a good session. I just need to round it off with one of them bloody rods, shoot it off, and finish off with a carp, and then it will be a brilliant session for sure. So I'm gonna, because it's Friday today, it's a 2-hour 45 drive home for me, maybe a bit more because it's Friday. I'm gonna look at packing up, I think around 1 o'clock, so I can drive home in light and be on the front foot and try and beat some of that Friday rush hour traffic. So that's the plan, that's what I'm thinking. You know, originally I was going to push it till tea time, but yeah, I think I'm going to wrap it up a bit earlier. I'm not feeling it. Just when you're not feeling it, it never seems to happen. And yeah, it's they're not really having it, them fishing here, unfortunately, today or this session. But as always, next time. And there's always, I'm being negative, it is prime bite time, isn't it? First thing in the morning. I've had so many bites, you know, first thing in the morning. So I think the last 2 fish I've had were both 11 AM around there. So yeah, 10:30, 11. So yeah, we'll see how we get on. But right, I'm going to stick that kettle on, have a brew, get some breakfast, and then hopefully get back to you soon with a fish. Well, just been done on that left hand rod, down that margin there on the solid bag, and the culprit, I'm not sure if you can pick it up, tufties, look at them, there's loads of them about. So yeah, shame really, because I was leaving my rods till I go, because everyone else is up, they've redone the rods, they're all spotting, and I sort of thought, do you know what, I'm just going to sit on my hands, do something different like I have the whole trip, and sort of see what happens. And yeah, so the fluoro D-rig out there can stay there all day, they're always fishing, and the solid bag, as long as you don't get anything interfere with it, that's fishing effectively as well. So, but yeah, load of baits, that's it, the bag's destroyed. So effort equals reward and all that. Whipped up another solid bag, didn't wrap it up, I've just sort of flicked it out in the zone there, trapped the line, feathered it down, and yeah, it's comfortable, it's fishing again. But them tufties, they're diving big time down there. So yeah, there's every chance I could get picked up again, which will be a royal pain in the ass, but yeah, hopefully not. But say I've had it before, birds diving in the area, it's brought the carp in, so fingers crossed. Carp come being inquisitive because the birds are diving, and sort of investigate the area, and we can sneak out the blank saver before we go. But yeah, I'm going to stick kettle on now, have the 10th turbo coffee of the morning, and then slowly start packing some of that stuff away. Alright, catch up with you later. So we're coming up to the end of the session now, we've got about 30 minutes left. Bivvy's empty, all the stuff's on the barra there. Overall, it's been a good session. I feel I've learned absolutely loads. I think I would come back again. I will try and come in summer when them fish are having it, so I can sort of look at plotting up in either 2 or 3 9 or 10 if I can get on them ones. Maybe look out for some late cancellations. Like if you follow RH Fisheries on Instagram, they do sometimes put up cancellation at height of summer. If you can get one of them pegs, I think they'll be the good ones. I think fishing out to the middle over a massive bait will certainly be the one, and spotting little and often. That's what I'm taking away from this session. It's very peggy, that's what I'll say, and I don't think 4 or 5 are great pegs, but that's just my opinion. And I spoke to the lad next door, and yeah, he sort of said, he's reiterated that as well. But overall, I've really enjoyed it. Somewhere I've always wanted to come, and the night before I was super excited, could hardly sleep. So yeah, it's like a kid at Christmas for sure. So it's another one off the list, and like I say, I'll definitely come back again, but with a different plan of action and try and get one of them better pegs for sure. So I've got a trip planned in about 7 days to the new lake, and then a week after that I'm going to either Bluebell for 48 or Norton Disney, and then I've got another trip after that, and same again, either Norton Disney or Bluebell. See what happens. Norton, they keep shutting billies and pettits and doing these socials on there for 48, so it's a pain really. So yeah, we'll see, but got a good 3 trips planned over the next 3 weeks, and yeah, we've got some exciting fishing, that's for sure. If I go to Bluebell, I'd like to try San Martin, but yeah, we'll see. So right, like I say, half an hour left. Unless one of my rods goes ripping off, this is going to be my last bit of filming. I'd like to thank everyone who's supporting the channel, everyone who clicked subscribe. Honestly, it means the absolute world to me when I see that subscriber counting go up. I'm absolutely blown away, and yeah, it really does make me day. And same when people put comments, hit the likes, it's all massively appreciated, everyone. So thank you very much to everyone for the support of the channel. It's coming along nicely, and it's doing far better than I ever dreamed it would. So yeah, the support off you guys, off you all, is absolutely phenomenal. It really does mean the world to me. So right, stop waffling and put a subscribe button there. Thank you. Please hit that subscribe button. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, tight lines. See you on the next one.